Pilots. Where do you get them? Why did they get added? And how does it affect your gameplay in the battlefield? Pilots got first introduced into War Robots in Update 5.1 as a new way to expand the game within lore and gameplay. You first unlock pilots at level 23, and the way to obtain pilots is by purchasing them in the training center with gold, or in the special delivery with tokens, and in the black market with keys. And you also get a free standard pilot after you complete the tutorial as well. There's two types of pilots in the game at the moment. Standard pilots, where you can purchase them in the training center for around 100 to 1000 gold, and you can level up these pilots up to level 70, which then it unlocks 7 skills for your robot setup, but the max tier level is only level 3 for these standard pilots. But with legendary pilots, you can purchase them in the training center for 2500 gold, with an exception of one legendary pilot that can be purchased for 1000 gold. And these pilots used to be rare to get in the training center, but with a recent update that Pixonic did, you are guaranteed to at least get one legendary pilot every 12-hour cycle in the training center. And these legendary pilots are also the same thing as standard pilots, where you can level them up to level 70 and unlock 7 skills to use for your robot setup. But with these legendary pilots, they also have a unique 8th skill that is based on the robots and weapons that you use on your setup. And the max skill tier level is only level 4 for these legendary pilots. You can also upgrade your pilot level by playing the game with gold or by watching ads. But I highly recommend that you wait for Legendary's Day event, because in this event, upgrading your pilot level and upgrading your pilot tier level is 25% off for tier upgrading, 25% off for promoting pilots, and 60% off for leveling up your pilot. So it saves you tons of gold for leveling up your pilot. Next up, we're going to be talking about the lore that involves around with these pilots in the game. And the way you unlock pilot lore is by upgrading your pilot's rank level by promoting your pilot, which then it unlocks a new skill for you to use on your setup, as well with a new piece of lore of that pilot's story in their profile below. And every pilot, including standard pilots, have a hidden lore and secrets. Like for instance, these two pilots are connected with each other, while these two other pilots have some sort of rivalry going on, and these two other pilots are in some sort of dating relationship? Now it's time to talk about pilot skills and how it affects your gameplay in the battlefield. Like for starters, you'll learn pilot skills for free. But if you don't like the current pilot skill that you received, then you can change the pilot skill with some gold. Or you can specifically choose the pilot skill that you want with a bigger amount of gold, as you can see here. Then you can upgrade the tier level of your skill with gold to give you a bigger bonus of that skill. Some skills give you big bonuses while contradicting themselves with a couple of nerfs. Like for instance, this skill right here gives me more HP, but I lose a percentage of my weapon's damage. And this other skill right here gives me more speed, but I lose a percentage of my HP. And this other skill right here gives me more weapon damage, but I lose a little bit of my durability. But there are also some pilot skills that give you 100% bonus guaranteed without any nerfs. Like for instance, these skills right here give me speed, more durability to my shield, and more weapon damage, and etc. While other skills are specifically for weapons that you have on your robot setup. Like for instance, if you're using rockets, it will give you this type of skill right here. Or if you have a Punisher, Molots, or Avenger type weapons, it will give you these pilot skills. Or if you have a weapon that needs charging before firing, then it will give you this pilot skill. Or if you're using shotgun type weapons, then it will give you these skills, as you can see, and etc. And then also recently, Pixonic added these new pilot skills into the game. Like for instance, Wise Opportunist. Destroying an enemy robot increases your defense points for 5 seconds. Cunning Opportunist. Destroying an enemy robot increases your movement speed for 5 seconds. Ninja. After capturing a beacon, your robot increases in movement speed for 30 seconds. Customization Adept. Your robot has more durability, but its shield durability is reduced. Explosives Expert. Damage you deal with your robot has a larger explosion radius. Stubborn Warrior. As long as your robot has low durability, it also gains additional defense points. Stubborn Speedster. As long as your robot has low durability, it gains additional movement speed. Engined Expert. Your robot has increased movement speed while its ability is active. Defense Expert. Your robot has increased resistance while its ability is active. And finally, Destroyer. Your robot deals increased weapon damage while its ability is active. Once you have finally made your hangar and chosen the pilot skills that you wanted, then it will look something like this. This is my unknown Seraph, and the first pilot skill gives me more durability but less damage. The second pilot skill gives me more durability. The third pilot skill that I have makes my active modules last longer. The fourth skill that I have gives me more speed. The fifth skill that I have gives me more speed, but my weapon damage is lowered. The sixth skill that I have gives me more movement speed while I'm using my ability. And lastly, my seventh skill that I have makes my ability deal more damage. Another example, here's my Marsh robot. The first skill that I have gives me more durability. The second skill that I have increases my energy shield's durability. The third skill that I have increases my weapon's damage, but my speed is lowered. The fourth skill that I have increases my speed. The fifth skill that I have increases my speed, but my weapon damage is lowered. The sixth skill that I have makes my active module last longer. And lastly, my seventh skill that I have makes my energy shield recharge faster. The way I choose my pilot skills is by what the robot does and what the robot lacks of. Like for instance, here's my angler robot. The first pilot skill that I chose and was mainly looking for was for a way to increase my angler's physical shield, because from what I experienced during the test server with this angler robot was that the shield was the most important thing of the angler. Once the shield is broken, then the angler will die quite fast, so that's why I chose this skill that increases my physical shield. Then the other pilot skills that I chose was for durability. Due to the angler's ability, it gets this phase shift type ability and does tremendous amount of damage. So the more durability I have increased, the many more times I can be annoying as possible with my ability. Plus, my ability also blinds the enemy as well, so I'm definitely going to be annoying and going to be targeted a lot due to that reason. So that's why I was looking for pilot skills that gave me more durability. Then the other two pilot skills that I have chose was for speed, because the faster you are, the faster you can get to the enemy and do tremendous amount of damage with your ability, or run away with your ability from the fight to get back to cover. And lastly, once I promote the rank of my angler robots, the last skill I would love to choose would be either getting more durability within the robot itself, possibly get more shield durability increased, or more speed. Any of those three skills would benefit me in different ways, but give me the same result in the end of the day, to dominate with my angler robots. So that's how I personally choose my pilot skills for every robot that I am using in the battlefield. Always find your robot's weaknesses and buff those stats so that it can benefit you in the long run, because robots always get buffed and nerfed, which honestly sucks. But with pilot skills, there's always a percentage that you can get back from that nerf that occurred. So always use that as your advantage when making a setup in the future. But anyways, on that note, what do you guys think about this pilot overview that I made that covered about almost everything related to pilots? I hope it was helpful and helped you understand pilots better. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and click on bell notifications to stay notified. And see you guys in the next War Robots video or live stream. Bye bye!